If you're in the mood to try something new, well, we found an upscale yet casual restaurant. It's a great combination. It's called Avalon, and this one serves American coastal cuisine as well as steaks and ribs and chops. It's a wonderful location, wonderful recipes, wonderful menu that is. And Executive Chef Travis Watson is here to share his recipe for Meyer lemon and hibiscus cream caramel.
Absolutely.
Could it get any more decadent than that?
No, it cannot. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
So let's talk a little bit about what we have here just before we get started. So in the pot, I already have some of the Meyer lemon zested.
Okay.
And I have a little bit of our fresh vanilla bean as well. So we'll take some of that and we'll heat that up gently in our cream.
Okay.
To that cream, we're going to add a little bit of sugar. And obviously this recipe, I think you guys have, it'll be on your site. So.
Absolutely. Recipe available under the food tab on abc15.com.
And we're not bringing this to a boil, we're just bringing it to a simmer.
Okay.
We just want, now, a Meyer lemon, which is one of my favorite lemons, is thought to be a cross between a European lemon and a mandarin orange. It's a lot sweeter than a traditional lemon.
Show that camera right there.
Absolutely.
And so it's a little bit sweeter.
It's a little bit sweeter. And
but it's still got the lemon.
It's still a lemon. It's still certainly a lemon. And I'm going to squeeze some of the juice of that lemon in there with the zest as well.
I love the beautiful color of these.
Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can tell that there's a lot of different citrus flavors in that particular citrus. So then we'll take some of our dried hibiscus flowers, and these are literally just the flowers of hibiscus.
And you could eat those too,
You could
right?
eat those. You could eat those. We're going to steep them in our cream for this particular purpose.
What kind of flavors is that going to add into?
You know, it's going to add a very floral hint.
Okay.
That's going to be kind of reminiscent. If you've ever had hibiscus tea,
yes,
it's going to be very reminiscent to that. And there's also some hints of citrus in that as well. So that's going to bode really, really well with the Meyer lemon.
We were talking about cooking with and serving hibiscus, and they have it in the syrup. We were talking about how we love to drizzle that into tea with the actual flour right in there. That would be wonderful alongside this.
When that comes to a simmer, again, after that comes to a simmer, you turn it off and you wait for about 20 minutes. We're not going to do that, but that's what you would do with this. You want to let the flavors steep.
Okay.
After that, you temper that into your eggs.
So again, we're making sure that this gets back down to a room temperature so we don't cook our eggs.
We're not trying to cook our eggs, not yet anyway.
Let me ask you why you use the whole vanilla bean.
Well, because we use the type of vanilla we use is called Madagascar bourbon. It's, in my opinion, the best vanilla bean in the world. And in order to get all the flavor out of the vanilla bean, I like to steep that in the cream as well.
Okay.
All right. You let that steep. Now your eggs, you have your entire ingredient list is in here. All right. Now you would strain these. You would strain that mixture, and then right in here, you have some ramekin set up in a water bath.
Okay.
The dulce de leche caramel sauce, stick your finger out, try that.
I'm glad you had me try this and not the lemon.
Absolutely. Give that a shot. That's a salted dulce de leche. You put a little bit of that, about 2 tablespoons in each ramekin.
When you use the word salted in that description, it completely, I was expecting something salty.
Oh,
it's
no.
100% sweet.
Absolutely. It's a true dulce de leche.
So that's going on the bottom.
That goes on the bottom. So when you invert it, the actual caramel will become its own sauce. That becomes the sauce for the custard. You strain this. This liquid gets strained, and we'll
improvise, right?
Absolutely. And they're directly into these. Now, the technique here that's important is how you bake these. And these get baked at a very low temperature.
Like what kind of temperature would you say?
About 250 degrees.
For how long?
For about between 22 and 32 minutes. And that seems like a pretty big time range. And the reason I did it that way is because every oven bakes a little differently.
Okay.
And so...
What are we looking for, though, to know that it's ready?
That's a great question. And really, when you deal with custards, and this is a creme caramel, and it's in the same family of custards as creme brulee or pastry cream. When you bake it, what you want to do is you want to wiggle it, but you want it to snap back.
Okay.
So you'll wiggle it, and it won't be liquidy like it is now. You'll wiggle it, and it'll stop abruptly. So if you shake it in the oven and it doesn't wiggle anymore, you've overcooked it a little bit. It should still have a little wiggle to it.
Okay, good.
All right? And then you bake these in a water bath for about between 22 and 32 minutes, like I said, at 250 degrees. You see ours here are garnished with a little cinnamon snap. Has the creme caramel. The cinnamon snap is just a kind of a lace cookie that we put on it to provide some texture.
Wow, look at that. Before I let you go, I have to ask you, I was reading that you actually started cooking when you were 14 years old.
I did. I started cooking at a restaurant in Tucson when I was 14, and I just kind of decided about 3 weeks after that experience that I either wanted to be a chef or a professional football player. So So,
but you went down the chef road. But you maintained the stature of a professional football player.
I wanted to look like a professional football player and cook like a chef. So.
Well, there you go. You probably get to eat a lot tastier foods as a chef than you would on a lean, athletic diet.
For sure.
Remind us where Avalon is.
Avalon is at 77th Street and McDowell, between Scottsdale Road and Hayden, located on the south end of the corner of McDowell.
Been open a little over 2 months?
It's about 70 days now.
Okay, but who's counting? Executive chef that probably hasn't had an ounce or 1 wink of sleep?
Absolutely. But it's an awesome experience, and the food is great, and we're being really well received. People should come down there and try to join us for Mother's Day.
Yes, that's right.
Absolutely. It's a big day coming up.
Fabulous brunch going on?
A fabulous brunch, and we're going to do some dinner specials as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Celebrate moms.
Thank you very. You know what? Amen to that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You can find today's recipe on our website. Look for it under the food tab. Isn't that a fantastic recipe? Coming up, experts share what you should be doing with the cash that you may be getting from Uncle Sam. Hopefully, you're getting some cash back. We're going to give you some advice coming up.